Hey, this is RedRel, and today I've got another new setup. I'm trying new things, trying whatever I can, but today, SH Figuarts Clone Trooper Phase 2. I actually just picked this up today, like a couple hours ago, saw it in the store. I'm like, you know what? I don't have a Clone Trooper. The Black Series ones by Hasbro, I've never really seen in Korea, so I was really excited to pick this up, to finally get a Clone Trooper in my collection, So it was a bit expensive, I admit, a bit expensive, but I was really excited for it. Of course, it's Bandai, SH Figuarts, you can't. So I thought I'd do a video kind of reviewing it, go through some of the motions, taking a look at the back. Nothing terribly exciting. It has that silver being from the prequel trilogy. I don't know if they'll change that now that they're building maybe eventually High Republic stuff. That's rumored, though. Maybe they'll do some High Republic characters. But for now, Clone Trooper Phase 2, I think they came out with a Phase 1 at some point. I really want a Phase 1 Clone Trooper because I actually prefer the Phase 1. I know maybe I'm like one of the few people who actually do prefer Phase 1. But yeah. So we'll unbox this guy and we'll take a look at him after this. And last but not least, we have the Clone Trooper himself, the Phase 2 Clone Trooper. Now, he is remarkably matte, to be honest. One of the things that I kind of got the gist of, maybe the impression, I should say, of the original Stormtroopers and things like that, that they were all very glossy characters. And I don't know if the Clone Troopers were never that originally, but from what I could see in the movies, they tended to have a very glossy armor. This is not glossy. This is very, very matte, non-reflective, which isn't bad. I'm not going to say it's bad. It's nice. It fits perfectly on a shelf. It looks beautiful, so I'm not complaining. But if we want to take a look at some of the details, we've got the very lovely movable belt here. The belt is adjustable, although, it's not going to get in the way of articulation. Very detailed head up here as well. Take a look at the side profile. You've got the detailed shoulder pieces, the shoulder strap here, as well as the detail on the arm here, the pouch as well, and also on the side, the little lines here that go through, so you can see there. Take a look at the back. You've got the grenade. I think that's a grenade, some sort of detonator at the back, as well as this piece. Although, I guess for Jet Troopers, this would be different if you got a Jet Trooper, as well as some of the detail on the back helmet and the legs as well. As you can see, there are two little pieces here. I'm guessing that is for display stands or anything like that. They would fit, they would go in there. So pretty good. As for articulation, this is very, very good articulation. We've got that. That is movable because I guess they want their armor to come out. So we've got kind of a butterfly joint, another, dumbbell joint on top of another joint to allow for over 90% articulation here. But again, this is one thing I would say about SH Figuarts, is that their joints have a tendency to get loose, so you don't want to, play around with them too much. If we take a look at arm here, it has, again, the arm is not going to have as high articulation because of the armor piece here. It kind of snags at around 50%. But still, I don't think that's going to matter much when you can rotate pretty well in any direction here. As for the body, it's on a swivel, so basically does whatever you want. Forward, back, and it's kind of double jointed. There's a joint here at the waist, and again here at the top near the torso, or the top of the torso into the chest. As for the helmet, it's on a ball joint, so forward, backwards. Doesn't go back very much because of the helmet. As you can see, the helmet doesn't go, but side to side again a little bit. Forwards, pretty well, but it does catch a little bit on the armor piece here, so you can't really do a 360 with it without, trying to scrape it. As for the legs, we're going to take a look at the legs here. little, very little. But I assume if you go like that, you can. But if you want straight, that's not going to happen. This armor piece gets in the way. But if you're willing to do the V, you can move them up to about 90 degrees. And if we take a look here, there is no swivel there. But yeah, I mean, the armor is going to make it difficult to do that. But it does go up pretty high up there. Again, the armor doesn't, actually in this case, the armor doesn't get in the way because it doesn't hit the armor. But it's just the limitation of that particular. Oh, okay, that just came out. Oh, okay, so interesting. That is on a peg there. So I guess at some point they planned on these being removable or something. I'm not quite sure. This just kind of popped out. Thankfully, it seems to be an easy adjustment to pop it back in, so that's pretty good. And yeah, it fits in pretty well. And we take a look at the feet there. Again, it's on that kind of ball joint, but it doesn't go, there's no swivel there. Up and down, fair enough. There is as well the foot joint here, the one joint at the foot. That is, allows for a little bit more articulation. Now, let's try to get him to stand here. Shaking camera a little bit, sorry. So not bad. Honestly, I have a thing for armor and the helmets, and the clone troopers are what I grew up on. I mean, a lot of people grew up on the stormtroopers. Now, for me, it was the Phase 1 clone troopers and the Phase 2, obviously, right after that. And this is what you want. This is exactly what you want from it. Now, I would say it's a little bit short. I would say it's a little bit shorter than I could give if I wanted to get a comparison. So we're going to actually come back. I'll get a comparison for you, and we can kind of compare before some final thoughts.